Growing up with a twin is like having a built-in best friend and a lifelong competitor all rolled into one. My sister Maya and I were inseparable. We shared everything: clothes, secrets, dreams, but we also competed over everything. Who could run faster, who got better grades, who could make our mum laugh the hardest. It was all fun and games, a playful rivalry that defined our childhood. But then, as we got older, the competition spilled over into something I never expected: love. It all started in high school. There was this guy, Leo. He was a senior when we were sophomores, captain of the debate team, with a smile that could light up the entire school hallway. I saw him first. I developed this massive secret crush on him. I'd doodle his name in my notebooks and practice what I'd say if he ever spoke to me. I confided in Maya, of course. I told her everything, pouring my heart out about how perfect Leo was. She listened, nodded, and told me to go for it. So I tried. I joined the debate team, hoping to get his attention. I'd stumble over my words, my heart pounding in my chest whenever he looked my way, but he barely seemed to notice me. Instead, his eyes were always on someone else. Someone who was also on the debate team, who was witty and confident and never seemed nervous. My sister, Maya. I remember the day I saw them talking by the lockers, laughing together. It was a casual conversation, but the way he looked at her, it was the way I wanted him to look at me. A painful knot formed in my stomach. Later that night, Maya told me Leo had asked her out. She was so excited, her face glowing. She asked if it was okay. What could I say? I plastered on a smile and told her I was happy for her, but inside I was crumbling. It felt like the ultimate betrayal. The one thing that was supposed to be mine, my secret little world of hope, was now hers. That was the first crack in our bond. I pulled away from Maya. I quit the debate team and poured myself into art, my own separate world where she couldn't follow our twin telepathy. That unspoken connection we always had seemed to vanish. The house felt colder, quieter. We were living together, but we were miles apart. Leo and Maya dated all through high school, and it was a constant, painful reminder of what I'd lost. It wasn't just about a boy. It was about feeling second best to my own other half. Years passed. We went to different colleges. The distance was good for me. I started to heal, to build my own identity separate from being Maya's twin. I made new friends, I dated other people, and I finally started to feel like my own person. Maya and Leo broke up during their first year of college. When she called me, crying, I was there for her. For the first time in a long time, we were sisters again. Not rivals. The old wound was still there, but it was starting to scar over. After graduation, I moved to a new city for a graphic design job. I was finally standing on my own 2 feet, proud of the life I had built. One evening, I was at a gallery opening for a friend. I was admiring a piece when I heard a familiar voice behind me say, "Incredible use of color, isn't it?" I turned and my heart stopped. It was Leo. He looked different, older, more mature, but that same warm smile was there. I froze. All those old feelings, the hurt, the jealousy, rushed back in an instant. He didn't seem to recognize me at first. He just saw a woman admiring art. We started talking and it was easy, natural. We talked for hours about art, our careers, our dreams. There was a spark, an undeniable connection that had never been there in high school. He asked for my number, and as I gave it to him, he paused. "You look so familiar," he said, frowning slightly. "Have we met before?" My heart pounded. This was it. The moment of truth. "I'm Serena," I said, my voice barely a whisper. "Maya's sister." The recognition dawned on his face, followed by a look of shock. "Serena, wow, you've really changed." The conversation got a little awkward after that. We said our goodbyes, and I was sure I'd never hear from him again. How could I? It was too complicated, too messy. I was the sister of his first love. But the next day, he texted me. He apologized if he'd made things weird and asked if he could take me to dinner to properly catch up. A part of me screamed no, that this was a terrible idea, a path leading straight back to heartbreak. But another braver part of me was curious. I said yes. Our first date was terrifying and exhilarating. We didn't talk about Maya right away. We talked about us, about who we had become in the years since high school. He told me he was an architect, that he'd always been fascinated by structure and design, which is why he was drawn to the art gallery. I talked about my passion for visual storytelling. It was like discovering a whole new person. The Leo I was talking to now was Auntie, the high school boy ID had a crush on. He was a man, and he was seeing me, Serena, for the first time. Eventually, we had to talk about it. The elephant in the room. He was incredibly gentle about it. He told me that what he and Maya had was a sweet high school romance, but they were kids. They grew into different people. He admitted that back then he'd been intimidated by me. He said, "You were always so quiet and intense in your own world. I thought you were way too cool for me. Maya was just easier to talk to. I was flawed. All those years, I thought he saw me as invisible, as the lesser twin. But he'd seen me as intimidating, unapproachable. It completely flipped the script in my head. We spent the rest of the night sharing our sides of the story, filling in the gaps of a history we'd experienced so differently. It was healing. The hardest part was telling Maya. I called her a few weeks later, my hands trembling. I told her I'd been seeing Leo. There was a long silence on the other end of the line. I thought she was going to hang up. I thought our fragile, rebuilt sisterhood was about to shatter for good. But then she spoke. Her voice was quiet, but steady. "Are you happy, Serena?" "I am," I whispered. "Then that's all that matters," she said. He was a good guy, but he wasn't my guy. Maybe he's yours. And then she laughed. "Just took you long enough to beat me at something." Tears streamed down my face. Tears of relief, of gratitude, of love for my sister. That single moment of grace, of letting go, was the greatest gift she could have ever given me. It wasn't about winning or losing anymore. It was about finding our own separate paths to happiness and cheering each other on from the sidelines. Leo and I have been together for 3 years now. Our love story isn't a simple one. It was built on the foundation of old wounds and complicated histories. But it's real. He sees me for exactly who I am, not as someone's sister, not as a second choice, but as Serena and Maya. She's my maid of honor. Our bond is stronger than ever because it's no longer defined by rivalry, but by mutual respect and unconditional love. We found our way back to being soulmates, just in a different way than we expected. Sometimes the path to finding your true love is messy and complicated. And sometimes it starts with losing to the person you love most. Have you ever had a friendship or relationship tested by a complicated past? Let me know your story in the comments below. I'd love to hear it. Thanks for watching.